hello, Snuggle Muffins. So I purchased this SD card case quite recently from eBay for 10.99, I do believe, but allow me to confirm. 10.99 VAT applied from an eBay seller by the name of JWEMALL2, JWE Mall 2. Thank you. It did ship from China, so there was a bit of a delay, a bit of a lengthy. It's not a delay in in that it's still standard China to UK shipping time, I suppose. I ordered on the 12th of August. It was okay. Actually, it only took 8 days to arrive, so maybe it wasn't from China. Maybe it was. No, I think it was. Oh. Anyway, 10.99. To see some Chinese characters. So I've already put the SD card inside. So just to confirm, when I open it up and you see SD cards, it does not come with SD cards. Okay, just bear that in mind. I know that would be like winning the lottery, throwing in 3 SD cards. So no, if you buy one, it will not come with SD cards unless there's been some great mix-up. I just put it back into the box to show you, the packaging and everything in case you wanted to see. Impact resistant and water resistant. It's one of those things you never want to test that out. So it will be when you're caught out in the rain, like I was with my pan cam a couple of weeks ago, I think it was. I realised my case for my camera pretty much is waterproof. Otherwise, my camera, the £2,000 gone just like that. So you never want to test these things out, but so it's you can't. It's a bit difficult to say. Is it really water resistant? Is it impact resistant? Let's not start dropping boulders on it and stuff. But sooner or later, life, the universe will give you a heads up. You'll find out. You'll trip over it. Something will happen. But so for the time being, we just have to, not necessarily take with a pinch of salt, but it's just not knowing how robust is it. I mean, impact resistant and water resistant, well, to what degree? Surely there are varying degrees. So resistant because the first splash is denied and then it all falls apart, it gets corroded. To what degree? So we just have to use our common sense. It does, and remember it says water resistant and not waterproof. Water resistant, not waterproof. That's a very important difference. I mean, it's still good at least it is water resistant because it's plastic. It's gonna water as it splashes. It's gonna be pushed to the sides, but then it might start dripping. It depends how tight, how snug the lid is against the base, but it might start seeping in. But anyway, sooner if it was submerged in water, I'm sure it would be problematic. So yeah, impact resistance and water resistance, but not impact proof and waterproof. Important differences. But yeah, so the brand is Kyowa Photo. Interesting. I'm not familiar with the brand. It's obviously a transliteration for the nation. Custom Eva Foam Silica. I've not seen Eva's binder upload videos for a while. I've not checked the channel for a little while, but so I just like to plug the channel. Silicone O-ring seal. You're just making this stuff up. PC plastic shell, ergonomic locking system, pre-print number stickers, pre-print number notepaper, adhesive stickers, and the exterior dimensions in inches and millimeters. So it was not incredibly cheap. It did cost me £11 or 1 penny under, £10.99. Delivery time 8 days. That's not too bad, I suppose, especially if it did come from China. But that's suspiciously quick if it did. So yeah, not too shabby. If it lasts a good few years, that's good. But not the cheapest. Well, I was shopping around, so it did seem to be the cheapest, but I don't know. But not incredibly cheap, but not incredibly expensive. But now let me show you the actual product. So at least there's plenty of space. And as you can see, you have SD card space, and you also have micro SD cards. Space for micro SD cards. Now I'm wondering how snug they did fit because they're on the lid, of course. The gravity is going to work against them, so it must be quite a snug fit. But then, obviously, if it's a snug fit, how easy are they to remove? And you know how fiddly micro SD cards are, so I'm curious. I need to try the micro SD card slots out at some point. But here's the box. it's really hard to take it out of the box for some reason. The flap is really tight, which in one way is good, it's secure, but you can see how I kept tearing the edges trying to remove the flaps. I'm glad I no longer have to put it back in the flap now that I'm making this video. So yeah, you get stickers, 1 to 36. Oh gosh, I'm almost that old. Don't remind me. Oh no, this is all going wrong. Oh, no, I've got a few years yet. I mean, what am I saying? I'm only 24. What am I talking about? I'm only 24. Uh, anyway, sorry, I was getting confused with my nonsense. So let's, as you can see, I've not opened these yet. So let's have a look at these. Yeah, to make it easier to mark SD cards and stuff. Oh no, oh gosh, actually this is good. This makes me feel better. Seeing that there's a second sheet, now I feel younger. It goes all the way up to 60. Oh yeah, I'm not anywhere near 60. Now I feel better. But when you see just the first sheet, you realise there's almost every number's been reached by you. You're panicking. It's like when you do surveys, and you know there are ways to categorise things slightly differently. Sometimes it's are you between 1 and 18? Oh, okay, except I'm not a teenager, so I have to go in a second group. And sometimes it's, are you between 1 and 20? Yes, I'm still in the first group. And as the years go on, you find yourself in a second or even a third group quite often. Sometimes it might say, are you under 30? Yeah, that's the first group. That are you 30 or under? So I'm no longer in that group, which sucks. Yeah, anyway, enough about that. So, and we also have blanks. I'm sure how well you can see. Can you? No, you can't really see. So it's a bit dark already. Summer's disappeared. It's 28th of August, and it's been cold and miserable for the last few days or week or so. And it's 3 p.m., but still that's not incredibly late. And it's there you go. Now you can see, I think. Yeah, I don't know about where you are, but in England, in Birmingham, it's so much for a heat wave that they keep warning about. It will be snow next, and they'll still be saying there's a heat wave coming. There's a heat wave coming soon. I'll believe it when I feel it. So 1 to 60, and then we have it's like a chessboard, we have not just checkered. We have 1 to 39. There you go. You can see the different colours with reddish and more beige, more peachy. Nice peachy colour, very light blue, quite light blue, grey, and then so forth. So you have a few different, and it's perforated as well. I'm not sure where you can see if it's actually perforated. You can just tear each strip, and then what the heck is this? And then we have stickers. Who does not love stickers? Stickers. So goodness knows what they're for, but 3 stickers, I'll take them. So remember, as I said, I've put my SD cards inside already. When you buy this, it will not come with SD card. Just to give that disclaimer before someone claims that they purchased it, before they get involved in some lengthy lawsuit with the manufacturers and retailers selling this device. Well, Barry had SD cards inside these. We did not have any SD cards. This is an outrage. The SD cards did not come with it, of course, just to clarify that. So anyway, ergonomic design, it's as they called it. So it's simply, you put a finger there. So it's not incredibly robust. It's quite weak plastic, but if it's stored correctly, if there are no heavy items that could land on it, it should be okay, I guess. But obviously, do be careful. It is only plastic. And there's the branding on the top. So you can see it is going to be water resistant, but waterproof, no, probably not very waterproof. Anyway, now we open up. So there's the, we can see the components for the micro SD card. So do you see what I mean? I wonder how easy they are to remove. But it's quite robust, the foam. That is robust foam. That is nice foam. There's a nice firmness to it as you push against it. So it's quite reassuring, but I just wonder how easy are they to remove. Anyway, 15 slots for micro SD. think it was 21, wasn't it, for SD? Yeah, 21 slots, 3 rows of 7. I'm severely sleep deprived. I woke up ridiculously early and could not get back to sleep. So bear with me. Basic mathematics may be beyond me. Anyway, so you can see I have 3 of my. I actually have 4 SD cards. One is in my PanCam still, but 3 of them are here. So I've got plenty of room. Even if I buy another 2 SD cards next year, I've got loads of room. So that's good. So there's plenty of room. That's good. Oh, by the way, this phone, as you may imagine, is much softer. So be careful if you press into that. It's nothing like this phone. I suppose for one thing, this is much cheaper. To answer my question, why not make the whole thing out of this phone? So that would help secure these SD cards. Because remember, these are bigger, so it's easier to grab them and thus apply more force to remove them. So even if this was replaced with this firmer foam, it should be fairly easy to remove them, but while having them kept in place still, especially in transit. So maybe a minus a point or 2 for that, but overall it's good. It's not too large. Got enough room. That shouldn't. Just trying to imagine, would the SD card clash with a micro SD card in the thing? Is that a design flaw? I don't think so, but no, I think it should be fine. There should be enough room, but anyway, yes, I cannot speak to the micro SD card compartments, but SD card, it's soft foam. It's soft. It's not like this robust foam, but at least there's less strength needed to remove them. But at the same time, it would have been nice if the cards were a bit more secure. So anyway, I've got my SanDisk card, 64GB, another 64GB, and another 64GB. And I have a 128GB card in my PanCam, so I can, when I'm done with that, I can put that in here. So I mean, as you can see, if you look at watch me carefully, so you can see how easy it is to manipulate. And the foam, there's no force, a very, very gentle spring back. But so I like this foam. This is nice. I do like this foam. This is much cheaper, but still it serves a purpose. I'm just being technical, just giving you a breakdown of the materials. I think they call this Eva foam. But yeah, so all in all, not too bad. $10.99. Maybe you can find it cheaper, but I did try. Actually, I think there were 1 or 2 that were cheaper. I think I settled on. I was juggling 2 or 3 different options. One had less storage capacity, less slots for SD cards. One was something else. So I think this was the compromise. I think this was what I needed to future-proof it. You know, assuming that the plastic lasts a good few years, I'll not need to keep buying more cases. But I have 21 slots, so that's good. But yeah, so £11, not incredibly cheap, but it's not something you're going to buy often. So as long as it is robust, I mean, unless you have loads of SD cards, maybe you do. But yeah, it should do for now. I really hope so. I will keep it in a very safe place. I need to find a good location to store it in. But yeah, I think it's a good buy. I've got stickers. Maybe not a great buy, but definitely not a terrible buy. It should do its job. The question is, what can we expect with reference to longevity? How long will it last? And what will happen when it breaks down? Because if there are SD cards inside and the boulder, you don't know, these things happen. A boulder somehow lands on the case. The SD card, it's not going to be able to withstand that impact. I have to think about these things. That's why I couldn't sleep last night. I was thinking, oh, what if a boulder? I mean, never mind the fact that me and my flatmate would be squashed. Although she never came home last night. In all seriousness, so I think she was out partying or something, or staying at a friend's house. Maybe she knew that a boulder was going to crash. See, so I have been vindicated, exonerated. I don't think my fears are not unfounded. She knew tonight there will be a boulder, and this is the last video I ever made, and people go, I wonder when Barry's going to make a new video, and they realised the last video uploaded, he talked about this hypothetical boulder which may squash his SD card. He was so selfless, he didn't care about himself, nor his flatmate family. All he cared about was his SD card. Yeah, so it's not bad. 10.99. It's not too shabby, is it? As long as it lasts, that's the thing. If it breaks after a year, that's a pain. But if it lasts, if you're careful with it, hopefully it will last. Yeah, so I do have some camera bags, as in bags I use for camera accessories and things. So when I'm traveling, when I'm up to filming and such again, I could. I'm sure there's a slot or two where I can place it and maybe put some foam either side to keep it secure. So it should be fine. Should be fine, I think. Yeah. And let me know what you think. And if you have any accessories you'd like to talk about, or any cameras, I love camera technology. And a tip for you, especially if you are in Northfield, maybe other places around the country as well, but I can only speak to Northfield. Like that's where I spent my whole life, it seems, or I spend all my money anyway. Um, if you're into retro cameras, the charity shops in Northfield, YMCA, Age UK, British Heart Foundation, and Scope, and Sue Ryder, but in particular, Age UK and YMCA, and sometimes Sue Ryder, they tend to have cameras, some of those really old ones. So, and sometimes, digital cameras from that now be considered old, but to me, that are modern, from late 2000s or something. So if you're into collecting flash cameras, I can't even remember all the names, Instamax or something, old Kodaks, old Polaroids. Check out the charity shops in Northfield and further afield. You can get some bargains, whether for reselling or for your personal collection. I really enjoy collecting cameras, new and old. So do check out their charity shops. They can have some really interesting bargains. Yeah, I wanted to buy one of those. They brought back their Polaroid cameras. I'd like to get a retro one at some point as well. It'd be cool. But I think, was it just under £200 or just under £100? You could buy, I think, a brand new modern day Polaroid camera. It's such a cool idea. So cool. Printer and camera in one. It's just, I don't know, it just never stops fascinating me. It's such a simple fusion, but it's just so snazzy, jazzy, just so convenient. Yeah, so yeah, that's something to save up for in the future. And I've been working on a camera video for some time, and by that I mean a video featuring all of my cameras. So the ones, so my Reach Faith camera, my Panasonic HCX1000, my personal cameras, Sony camcorder, and also I could show images taken by the cameras within certain smartphones I've owned. If I can remember where each photograph has come from. So yeah, that's I have some quite old cameras. I even have a VHS camcorder. I purchased it from eBay years ago, and it came jammed. So I'm trying to work out if I can carefully prise the compartment open without breaking it, so I can see maybe I can get it working. But either way, it's so cool to have in my collection. So yeah, I really enjoy cameras. If you like cameras, do look at charity shops as well as the likes of eBay and car boot sales maybe. But the charity shops in Northfield, Birmingham, people, I don't know, people when they want to donate a camera to a charity shop, they somehow just end up in Northfield, unless it's a common practice outside of Northfield, and no doubt it is. But from my perspective, it's like all the cameras are just drawn to Northfield. It's not happened so much recently, but there was a time when I could go into to maybe sometimes 3 charity shops any given week, and there would always be a camera of some kind there. There was one at YMCA that I was really interested in. Unfortunately, I did not have the money, and it's gone now, but which is good for the person who bought it, of course. It was quite an old camera. It was about £10. I think it was an old style flash camera, flash cube, the little flash cubes on top, something like that. I think the brand was Moto. No, it wasn't. It was something else. I made a note somewhere on my phone, so it'll be in one of my Chrome tabs that I pulled it to my laptop. But yeah, definitely look at it. You can make a good saving. And obviously, if you not have your business hat on, as in you're thinking profit and loss, how much would this be cost to ship and things, then it's much simpler. You just need to look at it and think, can I pay this price, whatever X refers to? Can I pay X for my personal collection. In the case of the aforementioned camera at YMCA, I thought, yeah, I'd happily pay that for my personal collection. £10, that's really cool. I'm sure I'll see it again somewhere. In fact, I think I googled, and I think it was being sold for only a little while on eBay, maybe at 12 to £15 or something. So maybe I can pick one up in the future. Anyway, so that's today's Reach Faith Limited video. I hope you have a nice day, and I hope the weather is not causing too many problems for you. Now, some people prefer the cold, some people prefer the heat. I like a middle. When it gets cold, my bones start aching. Only yesterday, it's the 27th of August, I was outside in Northfield, and I thought, I really, really wish I had gloves. I could feel the aches in my bones increase. And I thought, gosh, what happened to summer, and what happened to this heat wave, this legendary mythical heat wave, which has been promised, has been promised for so long. But also the heat makes me unwell as well in different ways. So I'm quite fussy. But yeah, it would be nice to just be warm. So I've got my Spider-Man jacket with me. My window is completely shut, but I'm going to put this on in a bit. Unfortunately, the comic book image is faded quite a bit. You can just about make out Green Goblin and Spider-Man. If you're very keen-eyed, you may be able to recognise Green Goblin. Spider-Man's easier to see, but Green Goblin you may be able to recognise. And Spider-Man's hand. But yeah, that's very nice, quite comfy. It's getting a bit small, but still got plenty of wear in it, I think. Yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to catch up on videos, but not rush them. So, make them meaningfully and focus on the reason having me create them in the first place, what it is I want to share and discuss and so forth. So I hope you take care, and if you create videos on your channel, I'd really like to see them. But please, only if they're not dodgy. No videos about toenail fungus. I receive too many of those emails. Please, I never wants to hear those words again. No videos about toenail fungus. Promise me. Otherwise, I will be interested to hear about your videos. And do take care as much as you can. And thank you. Thank you for the cheese, as it used to be my catchphrase back in the day. Thank you for the cheese.